Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthew, otherwise known as Morning Key, and today we have a lot to do. So as y'all know from the Apex video that came out a couple days ago on my channel, Saturday was D23, where Kevin Feige took to the stage and announced a bunch of shows and a bunch of trailers came out. So trailers released to the public, we have Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, Star Wars is The Mandalorian Season 3 teaser trailer, Marvel Studios Secret Invasion official trailer, Marvel Studios Werewolf by Night trailer, and the new Percy Jackson show trailer for Disney+. Now, I have a lot to talk about for all of these, so if you guys want to stick around for my opinions, my reactions, my thoughts, make sure to hit the bell to stay notified for future videos. A lot's going on with college right now. I'm really stepping into a lot of work, and my degree is very hands-on, I guess. Like, my classmates and I are planning and running an event for 3,000 people as our major grade. So, really stepping into a lot of that work in college. So, these videos will be paced out a little bit over the next 10 days. Probably one releasing every other day. And I think I will react to them in order of importance in my mind, things I'm most excited for. So, for example, today is going to be the Mandalorian Season 3 teaser reaction. I'm so hyped for this, you guys. So, beginning thoughts, I will say right away, I'm going to start with my worries, and I'm very confident that this is going to be amazing, but my worries are, I feel like Din Djarin and Grogu reunited too fast in the Book of Boba Fett. I felt like it would have been better to save something like that for the actual show, The Mandalorian, in Season 3. But we did get a lot of scenes with Luke and Grogu, which were awesome, so I wonder if they would show Luke in this trailer, or if they're really going to let Luke and Grogu step back from being in the, especially Grogu. I wonder if they're really going to let him step back this season and not be a big part of it. And then the other thing, it goes into what I'm really excited for, and it's also what I'm worried about, is what I'm really excited for is the Mandalorian having to step up and being involved with the actual who's going to be the ruler of Mandalore now when he doesn't really want it. I think that's going to be a really exciting plot. What I'm worried about us losing is the cowboy western style bit of the Mandalorian. Like, he might step out of that. And what I'm also worried about is people who haven't seen the Clone Wars, which I know you probably think we're all probably super fans. Who wouldn't, or why wouldn't you? But for example, my dad went and saw the original trilogy movies, all of them in theaters, but he's not watching a cartoon. He refuses to, which is a big ass L on my dad's side. I'll admit it, it's a big L. But I think with this show getting into the plot where you needed to know Sabine Wren's backstory, maybe Ahsoka's, Bo-Katan's, the reason the first two seasons were so successful is because there were bits of info that big nerds could be like, whoa, they mentioned so-and-so, or oh, so-and-so, whatever happened. But also casual fans, a lot of people, this is the first Star Wars they were ever exposed to. And it's because the story fits Star Wars, but also can operate outside of Star Wars as just a story of this bounty hunter starting to care for this child and changing his colors. I'm worried if this show steps into where you needed to watch the Clone Wars and Rebels, I'm wondering if we're going to lose casual fans' attention on this. That's all. But besides that, I am very, very hyped to get back into this. And Din Djarin is technically Mandalorian no more, according to the Armorer. If I was in his shoes, I wouldn't have cared what she said, especially knowing that she's, Death Watch. But anyways, y'all, I digress. Without further ado, you guys, The Mandalorian Season 3 teaser trailer. Here we go.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father.
Ooh, man.
Of two.
Is he in the Mandalorian caves?
But you have removed your helmet.
Oh, shit. Yes, he is!
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Oh. Okay, Grogu's with him. Oh my god.
Our people.
He's got the squad though. Holy shit.
Where were you then?
Holy shit.
Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Babu Frick?
Alright, kid.
Oh.
Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
Let's go! Let's go! It looks so freaking good! Oh, it looks so good! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm so freaking ready! I'm so freaking ready! Oh man, I don't even know where to start. There's so many things running through my head right now. There were a lot of shots with Grogu, but I'm kind of hoping Grogu's not there right away. Because if he's just there, I feel like the whole ending of season 2 of The Mandalorian was amazing. You know, we got a lot of fans in tears. Such an amazing moment. I'm confident Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau know what they're doing, obviously. I feel like it kind of takes away from that finale if we're just instantly back with Grogu. But hopefully, you know, the directors that have made the show amazing know what they're doing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe. So we get some flashbacks. Gotta run back through it a little bit.
That you saved?
Dude, the freaking music, man.
Its father.
I gotta say, like, also the new music in Star Wars, I've been liking a lot. Especially this, like, dirty music, like Outer Rim, slums kind of music. I really like it. Like this, listen throughout the trailer, you know, like that chick that's like doing the deep bellowing kind of stuff. I love that. Same with, if you see I did a Star Wars Eclipse video game trailer, and then also just the beginning of Jedi Fallen Order in general. Both of them start with just some freaking awesome music. So I just really like that. Fellas, it might have been hard to tell because the teaser trailer is obviously a bunch of shots so fast, but that's why I like to go back through it for you guys. This is Navarro. Doesn't it look so much better? I'm really excited seeing just Navarro through the years because it looks truly like the New Republic has had its reach all the way out here, and now Navarro, we saw it prospering in Season 2, Chapter 4 of The Mandalorian, but now it's even better. It's got a whole paved spaceport now. It's still got its classic overhang that's been there since Season 1. I'm really liking this. I'm excited to see Navarro. And then there's all these other shots of Grief Karga looking fancy as hell. Oh, he looks so clean. Walking around Navarro, shaking hands and stuff. I'm excited to see this planet again. It looks so good. I have to say, about this removing the helmet plot, so we have to remember the Vizsla clan is still alive. There's at least one Vizsla alive. So I don't know if he'll ever challenge Din again for the Darksaber, but man. And then also, I know I mentioned it a little bit, but I don't get why Din even cares what the armorer thinks. What's an interesting, just different perspective thing here is Din Djarin was saved by Death Watch during the Clone Wars, and so he's always thought Death Watch were the Mandalorians, and the way to do it, you know, keep your helmet on, which is why when Bo-Katan and her followers meet him in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, they're like, oh, he's one of them. I think it's interesting that a Death Watch recruit has ended up being the Mandalore. Obviously, we all love Din. I feel like with all the story and plot that's happened, if she was like, you are Mandalorian no more, that Din would have been like, fuck you. That's what I would have done. But I mean, I'm excited. The having to see Bo-Katan, the hero from the Clone Wars and Rebels, be against Din Djarin, it's like hero versus hero, and one has to die, most likely, because she's not willing to just take the sword again, because she just took the sword from Sabine Wren in Rebels, and it led to the downfall of Mandalore. So, we shall see, fellas. Obviously, though, since Din is Mandalorian no more, listening to the armor for some reason, here he is in the caves of Mandalore, going on his quest with Grogu. So I'm really excited to see this. Obviously, he's coming through the storm because that's the whole reason Mandalore had all their cities and domes anyway, because they're very much storm prone. I'm excited to see what he finds down here. I feel like he might fight some more, like another big creature or something.
Then you are a Mandalorian. No more.
Space battle! We're getting a space battle! Okay. Who did those look like, fellas? Let's run back through this.
No more.
Fuck you. Let's run back through this. Okay. I mean, honestly, the one on the right kind of looks like a T-47, and the one on the left is giving me A-Wing vibes, but I think I'm also halfway tripping, because this could be the pirates, the Weequay, or the Nikto gang that we see later in the trailer. Dude, this shot looks so damn good! Oh! I'm so ready to see Din Djarin fuck some... Oh, that was almost really not... I was gonna say, I'll be honest, I was gonna say I'm excited to see him fuck some fellas. But I didn't mean it that way. I am, though. I am still really excited to see him do that. Oh, fellas. Oh, my God. So what this is making me think is that Din Djarin, I'm sure he, the whole point of what the Armorer did is to send Din Djarin on another quest. And he'll probably become Mandalore again. He already shouldn't have listened to her, but since he did, he's still gonna complete his quest and become Mandalore. And so I think that's where we're finally gonna get one last civil war between the Mandalorians. I think we're gonna get these Mandalorians who are like, well, he was disgraced, but then he became Mandalore again by doing what he needed to in the ice caves. And he possesses the Darksaber. And then you're going to have Bo-Katan, who's been like, I've been your ruler before. I led you through the Empire era. And I'm the rightful ruler because my sister ruled the throne during peacetime in the Clone Wars. So, I say peacetime in the Clone Wars. I mean, we all know how that went for Mandalore. But, yeah. This is going to be so freaking good.
Fractured our people.
Dude!
Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
So you guys heard her, obviously. She's kind of right. She's like, your cult fractured our people. I love that, man. The Civil War drama between the Mandalorians is going to be so freaking good in this season. And I hope we get some even more character development with Din Djarin of like, do you even want the throne? Because he didn't want it in the end of Season 2's finale. But now with him fighting to become a Mandalorian again by going into the caves, I wonder if he's going to somehow realize he's the best man for the job? Also, and then we get a shot of Grief Karga and Mando doing one of their epic-ass manly handshakes. And Navarro just looks so good in these shots. It looks amazing. Also, this shot of Bo-Katan, I believe, is at her family's estate, if that makes sense. Like, we see Sabine Wren's family estate, since her clan is so old during Rebels. I think that this is the estate on Mandalore, because obviously we see the main capital of Mandalore is absolutely obliterated. We got a glimpse of the Night of 1,000 Tears during the Book of Boba Fett, and I don't think we'll see another glimpse, but we get to see the aftermath, and it is so very much railed. So I wonder if the throne room, the throne room, there's so many iconic things that have happened in the throne room of Mandalore throughout Clone Wars. I wonder if it's still there technically, or if it is also part of the collapse. This is going to be so good. I'm so ready. So see, I don't think the throne room made it. I don't think the throne room made it at all. I think this is the Satine estate with its throne for whoever is the highest chair in the estate. That could be a reach, but y'all are here for my opinions. I'm sure if you've watched the shows I've made breakdowns on, there's been some stuff where you're like, well, that didn't happen. Like, if you go back right now and watch my Book of Boba Fett trailer reaction and breakdown, you probably cry. You would probably cry because there was so much they could have done that they didn't. And speaking of that, it's a little sidetrack here, but Temuera Morrison even said he wants the classic, dangerous, screw you Boba Fett back whenever he returns. And there are heavy rumors we will get him as a guest appearance in The Mandalorian Season 3. So maybe he'll help Din Djarin's side of the Civil War, you know. Din Djarin could call him for aid and be like, I stayed with you to the end in the finale of your show. Not in the finale. Oh my god. Not I stayed with you in the finale of your show, but I stayed with you when no one else would. I'm ready, and I think we're going to get to see some Boba Fett. Imagine him dropping one of his sonic imploders in atmosphere on the Satine estate. That shit would be crazy. I think that's probably... I say there's like a 30% chance of that, but I would literally be screaming so much.
Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Okay, so one thing that I think is interesting here is this scene seems almost civil between Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian, and I wonder where they are. It could be the ice caves, maybe? So if we look behind Din here, she could have tracked him and found him in the ice cave. Or in the, I don't know why I keep saying ice cave. In the cave, in trying to stop him from becoming a Mandalorian again to help herself. Or she's trying to help him, but I'm just not sure because she seems civil in this scene. And then we get a shot of the Mandalorians dropping out of their ship like they do in the Clone Wars, which is such a cool callback. And it looks like they're over Navarro to me. But what I'm wondering plot-wise is why would the Mandalorians be hot dropping on Navarro? If it's a New Republic colony now, that could really make the Mandalorians look bad. But it could also be them dropping to capture Din Djarin, since he's so involved on Navarro with Greef Karga. I wonder if it's her Mandalorians dropping in to try to track him down, because then we get this shot of them. Yeah, see? So going back through that scene, I had to go back through it just a little bit mid-sentence, but going back through that scene, it doesn't look like those Mandalorians are even fighting anyone armed. You see one just hit this civilian in the face with a gun. So I feel like these really could be Bo-Katan's side of the Mandalorians just tracking Din Djarin down, because he's the only threat to her possibly ruling again. That's what it's looking like, fellas, because it doesn't show them actually even fighting anyone here. So, man, she could be acting more like the Death Watch than Din. Fellas, obviously, these are Kowakian monkey lizards, and I'm ready for it. I'm down. We see them getting eaten and in cages in Mando Season 1, so maybe Greef Karga had mercy on the species and just quit, eating them. Fellas, this is another quick shot people might have missed, especially with how badass and clean he's looking, but this is Dr. Pershing, who we saw in Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2. In Season 1, he was doing experiments on Grogu for the head Imperial stationed on Navarro, and the only reason Mando didn't kill him is because he didn't want to do it, and he refused to do enough blood work that would kill Grogu. That's the only reason he wasn't killed. Can y'all imagine if Boba Fett would have boarded Moff Gideon's ship with them and been on that fire team that Din assembled, and then seen Luke? I think the only reason they didn't is because a Luke and Boba Fett reunion might have overshadowed seeing Luke, it wouldn't have overshadowed seeing Luke in general, but it would have taken away from the point of that scene of seeing Mando and Grogu separating after all this time. But Pershing looks good. I wonder if he's working for the New Republic now. Obviously, a big hint, if you like it or not, the Mandalorian show, Ahsoka show, Skeleton Crew, they are all leading towards an Avengers level thing. Of course, in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, we got Ahsoka asking, where is Grand Admiral Thrawn? So all of these shows that are going to be coming out are going to be all leading towards a crossover where they fight Grand Admiral Thrawn. And whether you like it or not, what I was going to say is they're all also leading to the sequel trilogy. So I think one of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's goals is to, where the sequel trilogy didn't make itself make sense, there's people that straight up don't like it, of course, and then there's people that can tolerate it, and then there's people that love it. But no matter which of those three stages you're at, you have to admit, I'm sure the people that don't like it would of course admit willingly, but all three of those stages have to admit that it doesn't seem there was a lot of planning put into it, and there's a lot of stuff that isn't even you should know because you're a nerd. There's just a lot of stuff that isn't explained. So all of these shows that are coming out, post-original trilogy, pre-sequel trilogy, I think Dave and John are really trying to make it lead into the sequel trilogy and make as much of that stuff make sense as possible. And I think this plot with Dr. Pershing and the more cloning he did in Season 2 that we see Mando find in this facility, I think a lot of this is going into trying to explain Palpatine's return, Snoke kind of thing. So whether you like it or not, y'all, I think that's what we're leading towards. I really trust these two guys. I hope that they can do this right, because Dr. Pershing is a big part of their plot of saving the sequel trilogy. So we will see if it works. We get Grief Karga staring down some Nikto pirates, smugglers, thugs, and he's obviously in Navarro, as we can tell by this background. I really hope he's not gunned down in the street. I don't think they'll just kill him like that, but this could be how we get Boba Fett back in, because the Nikto gang is who Boba Fett wanted to get revenge on in the beginning of the Book of Boba Fett show. So this could be part of our introduction to Boba Fett again. And if not, maybe we get an episode where Din Djarin is helping Grief Karga again on Navarro. We get another Navarro side quest episode where he's helping him get rid of bandits that are trying to come to Navarro from space. Here we get another shot of the space battle. Din's willing to kill these people, so this confirms to me that they are not New Republic. This is probably the pirates that have been invading Navarro. Probably same episode. I'm making that call. Same episode, as this is all part of the same episode. Grief Karga needs his help getting rid of bandits, pirates for whatever reason, and Din's helping. Maybe it's even the same episode where Din causes enough noise that Bo-Katan sends her units to come fetch him, and they're beating everyone up in the town asking where he is, like at the finale of the episode. We shall see. Then we get to see R5-D4 and Pelimoto again. I think it looks like we might get another Tatooine episode if she's going to babysit Grogu for Din while he's on Tatooine, but I'm not sure what Din could be doing on Tatooine. What am I saying? Of course I'm sure what he's doing. He's going to go talk to Boba Fett and recruit him to help Din's side of the Mandalorians. We obviously get Babu Frick, which is a connection to the sequel trilogy. I'm not sure what he'll be doing. I mean, I guess some repair work, but I'm curious if they're going to say anything that has to do with the sequel trilogy, or this is just part of their connecting the universe. Like I was saying, whether or not you like it, they're trying to connect to the sequel trilogy, so that's part of it too. I believe this is even more Navarro, y'all, where we're getting fireworks and celebration. This could also be from the same episode. I know I'm saying a lot of from this one episode, but I think it could be, Din Djarin helps Grief Karga liberate Navarro from all of the pirates that have been coming, and the people are celebrating. Navarro is looking so domesticated now, y'all. I'm very excited to see it. But I would be excited to see like a cityscape forming on Navarro, because Grief Karga has been that locked in, and now they're tied to the New Republic. I would be down for that too. You guys, I am so very excited for this show. The war between the Mandalorians, I think Din would not want more Mandalorians to die just because of him, but Bo-Katan, I think, at this point, is willing to let that happen for her to become ruler. So I think we're going to see a very interesting... I feel like this is going to be the Star Wars version of Marvel's Civil War. Marvel's Civil War movie is so good. It makes me so mad watching it. I don't even want to say his name, at this stupid ass fella. But what's so good about Marvel's Civil War is how both sides make sense. Both sides have valid points and reasons that will make you angry. You feel like they're just not thinking straight. So I'm really excited to see Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's attempt at that in the Star Wars universe, where Din Djarin's side and then Bo-Katan's side both have points that make sense, and others where you're like, ah! I think that's going to be good. I'm ready, fellas. Could this be Bo-Katan's death? Man, I don't know. Imagine Din Djarin killing Bo-Katan, y'all. Could we see Ahsoka again? Honestly, y'all, we could see Ahsoka or Luke or both, because we saw them both on this planet during the events of the Book of Boba Fett, and this is going to be the same planet where Kylo Ren eventually turns on Luke and murders a bunch of his Jedi students, and the ones that join him become the Knights of Ren. This is that planet. So, again, leading into the sequel trilogy, I wonder if we will see Din Djarin come and drop Grogu off again. But see, in the very ending of the trailer, he's saying, "You ready for another adventure?" to Grogu. I wonder if Grogu is just not going to become a Jedi now, because Luke gave him the choice, taking Yoda's lightsaber or the Mando's chainmail, and he chose Mando's chainmail. So I really hope that's not the end of Grogu becoming a Jedi. And what I don't get is, the whole point of Mando getting Grogu to the Grandmaster of the Jedi was so that Grogu could learn to hide his Force essence and become hidden, so that he would quit being tracked down by the Empire. So if Grogu's joining Mando again after only mere months, are we just ignoring the whole plot of Season 2? I don't know, you guys. But I will admit, no matter what, seeing Luke and Ahsoka would absolutely put a smile on my face, maybe even bring me to tears. One of the things I was really bummed about during the Book of Boba Fett was that we didn't get to see how Luke and Ahsoka met. Of course, there's all these fan edits of them meeting. We don't get to see Ahsoka realize. We get to hear her talking about Anakin in Season 2 of Mando, but we don't get to see a scene where she is realizing Anakin turned to the light side again. He made it. He's the hero. He is the chosen one. We never got to see a scene with her talking to his Force Ghost or anything. If anything, that would probably be in the Ahsoka show, which Dave Filoni confirmed is going to have a lot of lightsaber combat in it. And this is before the sequel trilogy, after Return of the Jedi, where the Sith are supposedly gone. So that statement has me really curious who she could be fighting. But we also don't get to see Luke and Ahsoka's meeting, and that is something that I really, really, really want to see. And a lot of fans agree with me on that. And so I think Jon Favreau got enough talk online, people being bummed about that he confirmed we will see it at one point. And so I believe at some point in time, could be a year, could be 2 years when the Ahsoka show comes out, or it could happen during this show, Mandalorian Season 3. I believe 100% we are going to see that eventually. But as I was saying, the main things I'm excited about for Season 3 of The Mandalorian are the civil war between him and Bo-Katan, and I'm interested in what side quests they're going to throw in there as kind of like making the plot go forward, the character development side of things, and then also just slowing things down and making us wait for a grand finale. But you guys, I couldn't be more excited. I'm absolutely going to do an official trailer reaction, because this is just a teaser. So I will do an official trailer reaction for this. I have a bunch of other trailer reactions to make. Star Wars Tales of the Jedi came out, Secret Invasion trailer, Werewolf by Night trailer, and also a Percy Jackson trailer. And of course at D23 there were a bunch of trailers that came out exclusively. By the way, y'all, I had no spoilers for this. I remember the Season 3 Mando trailer and the Ahsoka trailer got leaked months ago, and I was very, very tempted to watch it because people were making videos on it, but I refused to watch it in low quality. I was deadass like, I'm going to hold off because I want to watch this in perfect quality. So I'm really excited, y'all. Hopefully the Ahsoka trailer drops soon, because they showed it to those people months ago at Star Wars Celebration. I am ready, you guys. I will absolutely be making trailer reactions for all of those other shows. And you guys, if you enjoyed my thoughts, if you stayed here to the end, make sure to hit the like button, as it really helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell to stay notified for these future trailer reactions. I've got a lot of videos to make. And thank you guys for being here. I'm so freaking ready. I'm so ready. Peace out, y'all.